Congressman Riley Moore of the great state of West Virginia, member of the House Appropriations Committee, is in focus now. First of all, I want to just get your reaction to, I think it's new. Perhaps it's always been, but we're uncovering it now, this fraud tourism.
Well, thanks, Harris. And what I believe is that this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the tip of the iceberg. We're just getting underway and figuring this out. And as you saw in the lead up to this, Senator Hawley talking about suitcases of cash leaving the country. I think what we're going to find out in Minnesota is that this money ultimately helped fund terrorists in Somalia who we are currently trying to defeat. So I think that's what's going to come out of this, is that this is part of a terrorist financing scheme, was an aspect of this.
You and I have talked on previous occasions, as we both have adhered ourselves to what's going on against Christians around the world, particularly in one place, and people have heard me say this, where there is persecution and execution of Christians, and that is Nigeria. Now the United States and Nigeria are moving forward on a new security agreement. In fact, just this past weekend, gunmen killed 3 people and kidnapped 11 others, including a Catholic priest. That comes as more than 160 kidnapped Christians were freed last week. So that's a movement. However, many others were killed. President Trump warned last November that U.S. aid would be cut if Nigeria failed to protect the people there.
No administration in modern history has done more to confront the plight of persecuted Christians around the world than we have. With us, it's a mission. A lot of anti-Christian bias, and you see it going in foreign countries. I mentioned Nigeria. There are others. We're hitting them very hard. My administration is confronting head-on the militant and really intolerant campaign that tried to drive religious believers out of public life.
A Nigeria-based human rights organization says more than 7,000 Christians were killed in Nigeria just last year alone. And by the way, those numbers don't go all the way until the end of the year. So they are higher. And as that information becomes available, we will report it to you. You add that to the 125,000 killed since 2009. Congressman, you recently went to Nigeria to learn more about the violence firsthand. I know you briefed the president on this. You turned in a report after that. But now you have said, and I want to quote you, that in the past few weeks, we have seen one of the most horrifically bloody days in recent history. Why do you say that?
Well, right now, the folks that I am talking to on the ground have described what's happening in the Middle Belt in the north of Nigeria right now in the last 10 days as a bloodbath. Potentially as many